Indentured Servants by Claire B., Willie D., and Jamie M. In this presentation, you will learn about indentured servants, their lives, the journey to America, reasons for becoming a servant, abuse they suffered, and the masters of the servants. An indentured servant is a person who agrees to work for another person for a specified period of time, usually 7 years, under a contract in return for transportation, food, and shelter. People wanted to come to America as indentured servants, mostly because it was a great opportunity to maybe own some land and escape poverty. Before coming to America, indentured servants were usually young, poor, unmarried people. They had no chance of ever owning land because most land in Europe was already taken. On the journey over to America, 1/4 of the indentured servants died. On the ship, people were tightly packed and there was much disease. There was not an abundance of food or other resources. That was really bad. When an indentured servant arrives in America, their life was very tough. It was hot, there were many bugs, and sickness came over lots of servants. Right when you arrive, you are put to work with your master. Some masters gave their indentured servants a plot of land at the end of their 7 years of servantry, but some of them didn't. While you are still a servant, masters provide you with food and shelter. After 7 years of serving, you come out with new skills. There are rules an indentured servant must follow. As an indentured servant, you cannot marry or have children, buy property, or leave the master's household. If you had children, your indenturement could be extended, you could get beaten, you could get fined, or all three of these things could happen. Anne Orthwood was a servant who had a baby, but she died soon after, and her son had to work as a servant until he was 21 years old. The daily routine of an indentured servant would be to get up, work all day for the master, and go to bed. Sometimes you would get food, but not much. Indentured servants were abused. They could get abused or even murdered if they refused to work. If they broke a rule, they could get beaten really bad. In this presentation, you learned about indentured servants, their reasons for becoming an indentured servant, the lives of those servants, the journeys they made, and the abuse that the servants suffered. It was all pretty unpleasant. The end.